days of this. You know, right
We
now we're
is
like, oh,
alive.
nobody's here, but somebody might watch this in the future. So we're like,
Hello, future.
ooh.
So I think it is alive. Should be alive. It's take a little bit time till it's actually buffering, I think. There you go, see?
Yeah, yeah, there it is.
Hello, future.
Hello. We're still learning the ropes on this, and we just got some new software set up. So we're like, what's
But
going on?
but not yet hardware. And
And
yeah, we set
he's
up multiple
teaching me
cameras, so you can
multiple cameras.
which
You know what I
one?
mean?
Top, front?
There.
Nope. You need to click it. Yeah.
Oh, it's not
There you
my.
go. So that camera, Marvel.
And that camera. Guess what we're talking about today, folks?
Okay.
Guess what we watched
Yes, exactly.
yesterday?
Well, Marvel and Deadpool. So we won't do any spoilers. So you're safe without spoilers. But what we're going to do is speak about the
I
Marvel.
don't know if I can say anything without doing spoilers.
Well, you can.
I will try.
And then, so let's do this way. First, the Marvels. Before even Deadpool, I feel like it was oversaturation was of the movie Marvels and Marvel Universe.
Oh,
Between show is everything.
I
It
thought you
was
were talking
too
about the
much.
very beginning of Marvel. Wasn't
Well,
that the
we'll
Hulk?
go to the beginning later.
Okay. You felt like it was oversaturated market.
We'll just look on the movies. Movies release it, videos. We have a few shows we start watching but never even finish.
They jumped the shark at Endgame. I'm sorry.
The maybe, but
You,
what do you mean jump? What?
You like end the
Explain.
world.
What do you mean? What do you mean jump the shark?
You know what jump the shark
Yes,
means.
I know what it means, but what do you mean by Endgame's jumping shark?
I mean, they built up so much there. And in all of the movies before Endgame, there were these little drops of this cool, this little, just kind of a lot of things leading up to it. And a lot of things going into it, a lot of movies tied into it. And
Yeah,
then they accomplished it.
But it's not jump a shark.
And then, well, but now Captain America's retired, and
Well,
Black
okay,
Widow's
okay.
dead. I guess that was also Black Widow died.
But
Yeah,
it's,
well, Black Widow's
it's
dead.
one bit jump a
and-
shark.
And all of the big guys. I don't know. Thor's around, I guess, and Tony Stark is dead.
So you mean
Sorry.
what do you want to say? Not jump shark. You want to say it's concluded stuff. They kind of close it
Something
because jump shark is going from the
why are you
Happy
still going
Days.
on?
No, from Happy Days. Jumping shark. It's from Happy Days. It's when the Franz. What's his name? It's where it come from.
Yeah.
When
Well,
he
what
literally jump off the shark because they overhead. They done overhead. It's
Uh-huh.
what referring to jumping shark. It's not referring. It's something kind of realistic, unbelievably overhead. But it's not mean it's collapsing.
No, jumping the shark means you you solved so many things that are in tension in a program. Like maybe you have moonlighting, I think. That's happened. Wow, I'm old, aren't I? You guys like, what?
Well-
What is this? Bruce Willis was in a comedy drama called Moonlighting, and I think they got married, right? And after that, there was all this tension before that. They're fighting with each other, and they're like, all this romantic tension. And finally they solve it, and the show's not interesting anymore. They
Well,
solved so
but
many
there you
things.
go.
The Marvel universe became uninteresting now.
Okay, yes. So what's happening? They had the phases, and they're
Right.
done with these phases. But problem when they're done with these phases, they did not prepare for second phases. They did
That
not.
way.
They did not take
Kind of did.
new. Well,
So
we
we
did
have
not.
the new Captain America, which I love him. By
And
the
it's
way.
it's
And
movie
we
coming.
have
I
the,
think it was trailer for the
yeah,
coming.
there's a spoiler. We saw a trailer,
Well, it's on the YouTube trailer now,
Yeah.
so it doesn't.
and so they did that.
But generally, if you look, they don't have it any. They don't introduce any new characters. Then they should slowly from beginning start kind of embedding, so people start
And
like them.
Yeah, they might have lost their steam with Black Panther, too, when he died, the actor.
Well, but yeah, general it. But after this, if we look on the movies, they introduce. I don't know. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was after, but I'm fan of Galaxy. You can put anything of Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy. I will like it. Same like Minions.
Yeah.
So it's just personal preference. But I think, again, I'm speaking for myself. Yes, but we have it like these TV shows on the Disney Plus. We never watch Marvel. We watch a
Which
little
one?
bit. What's her name? The girl who was with Hawk, with Hawkeye.
Echo. We did not watch Echo.
Finish watching. Yeah.
And I think the problem, so it's not oversaturation. It's things that are just not like
What-
She-Hulk.
What if?
I was so excited. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one. I was so excited for She-Hulk, and it was a massive disappointment.
It was.
I did not want She-Hulk to be.
They change her. They do her kind of flat character, not interesting, and
Oh, and
they're
suddenly she's
struggling. Yes.
So like, this irritated me. So Bruce Banner has been struggling with his Hulk side.
And it's what interesting
So,
was
and
about.
it's interesting the whole
confrontation
time. And
between two.
suddenly, she's like, oh, she can figure it out. Why? Because
They don't have enough time or budget.
she has a period. That's what they say. Because she's a woman. She's used to this kind of stuff. I'm like, really?
So does it
That's
mean
stupid.
every woman when on period is a Hulk?
No, exactly. That's my point.
It's what he's saying. Yeah, it's idiotic.
Yeah. And so, and suddenly she's just suddenly better than Bruce Banner and has none of the struggle and none of the things that make the Hulk very interesting. Even interesting like in Thor: Love and Thunder, where he's like, or which one is it? Where he can't even get the Hulk to come out.
Yeah, it's
I mean, that was interesting too. You know what I
again.
mean?
So this point. Well, they have it some other show. It was okayish. I won't say there was wow, but there was okayish.
Yeah.
They have Loki was nice.
Wow.
The Loki was done good.
And Loki landed that ending really well. That was good.
But I bet the landing and this the void and everything, it was
And they
it was
finished-
developed better. They was reading this.
You're right.
They written as a
Loki
multiverse
is-
and everything.
is kind of brilliant
So it's done very well.
in my opinion.
But we was watching.
There's one other thing that
Yeah.
is bugging me a little bit. And please don't get me wrong, you always need comedic relief, right? But I think we're taking the comedy like too far a little bit maybe. It's comedy and spectacle, and the story is
Well,
I feel like the story is losing out.
the Marvel, from what I understand, and it's not just this. You can see, well, the X-Men. Yes, comic books, X-Men, the Scarlet Witch, the Younger Avengers, the Daredevil.
I
All of
have
this-
not read any of them.
Well, all of these comics,
Sorry.
they're not comedy. They're actually drama. And most of this, it's a good stories, put it in a visual, in art, but hand of them, which actually was comic. I think a comic and comedy, it's kind of people misunderstand sometimes.
Yeah.
They think,
Here's the thing. Life gets hard and serious. Let's face it. Life is tough. And um, and so to watch movies where there's so much tension and difficulty and like the odds are impossible and people are stressed out and like worse than stressed out, like grief and pain and struggle and strife, and it's hard, and then they succeed. That is important, I think, for our mental health, to see people succeed in the face of difficult circumstances. Is one of the reasons why we love superhero movies, because they can overcome great odds. We don't expect to become superheroes, but if you say, if they have to try and struggle so hard and you can see them succeed, you're like, maybe even if I'm not a superhero, maybe I can be the hero of my own story and struggle with those difficult things and succeed in the things I need to do in my life. Sorry, that got really serious. But
well, and there's
that's
point.
what's good about movies like
well,
that.
you need to have movies. You need comic relief with it properly done, and they do have
You do, because if you get too much of it, then it's just, yeah. And we react with comic in our hard times in life
but
too.
problem is, they are start taking not serious.
They're not taking themselves.
And let's say this, for example, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
I try to like, but
They push
it's
it
too
far.
well. And I understand. Somebody told they say, what that movie was done from point of perspective of the Rock guy. So if you look from his perspective, it's what's happening because how he see it. But if there was, they did not deliver very well there.
No, they didn't, because he's kind of a funny,
goofy.
He's a goofy kind of funny guy, and we never actually get to see inside why he's seeing things the way he's seeing them.
They never deliver this. So in this case, it will become parody
and let me
almost
tell you
movie.
Something. Goofy people are not happy-go-lucky, carefree people.
Well, and
they just know how to do cool things. They just know how to let difficulties slide over them like water off a duck's back.
Well, it's not just that. The Goofy also, if we speak about cartoon Goofy, which is my favorite, he looked like clumsy and what people tell him about, oh, he's clumsy, he's goofy, whatever. But in reality, he's very positive.
Right.
He always, even in a worse situation, he always finds the bright side. So it
little bit Pollyannish.
Yeah, he is. It's why I like him.
Yeah.
Because he does not give up. He's just going. But we just over this. So Marvel, and we do like Marvel. So this is a bar from our daughters and like Hawkeye. A lot of interesting stories here, and the other ones. And it's nice that Disney built this universe. And but they always Disney was staying kind of like this with a PG-13. And when Fox made the first of the Deadpool, and Deadpool was original first comic was appearing in 1991, so it's relatively new generation one. It's why they can effing and doing all this stuff.
Yes, he's not a product of the 50s or 60s or 70s or even the 80s.
So he does all the stuff. And by the way, just to let you know, if you did not watch other movies and you don't know what you're coming to, let me put this way. If for every F word you put a quarter in a jar, you'll end up with a $600 movie. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Or maybe 6,000 even. It was pile of the cash for the how much F inside that movie. So just keep that in mind.
Jar. Yeah.
But without spoilers, I think it's I like better than second. Some people don't. I think it was done very brilliantly in a way how they handle two massive characters, because you have a Wolverine and you have a Deadpool. They're both in your face kind of characters. They're both strong characters.
And they gave Wolverine something to overcome.
Yeah, it was
good.
what nice.
Good.
They did challenge follow. Actually, same for the Deadpool. You need to overcome stuff. Everyone.
All right, so I'm not a fan of, you know, piles of cash, and and I'm not a super fan of the irreverence either. You know that, but they did that right. They did the balance, I think, of comedy, and because this is Deadpool, this is part of Deadpool's character, and struggle and strife. I think they succeeded where Love and Thunder failed.
Well, I was just checking if the sound okay. I think that our sound may be cutting off because we have it air condition running out, and when air condition running, it's allowed, and I think noise cancellation kick in,
Okay.
and it's kind of like what our words. So I don't know.
Sorry if we had bad
Sound.
sound
No, it's
quality up until then.
not too bad, but we'll see.
It's summer.
It's summer and it's Utah and it's hot here.
And this particular room has to have its own air conditioning.
It is. Well, so the Deadpool, I will say I like this movie. I won't be surprised if it's hit quite a bit on the box office because
Yeah.
a lot of people going can watch this. It was a right time to release, I think, for them. It was, and you probably saw advertising everywhere. I mean, I cannot flip to any video or any film without advertising. So they're pushing very heavy that movie actually, and it will pay price for that because
Yeah.
if people see it, they're going and check on this. Should you go watch? Well, how I say it's your personal things. If you like it, if you like Deadpool, definitely yes. If you have it something about concern about R-rated, that maybe not. It's very gory.
That's the other thing I didn't
And
like.
it's a lot of sexual references and a lot of F wording. So but it's what character of Deadpool. It
Yeah.
is actually, it's why they did this because that is his character. If you read, he's a reverend.
Maybe they have to do the PG version of it like they
Well,
did
like
the
they
other
did
one.
with the other movies, probably they will.
That would be
But
kind of
also other things is interesting that I think this is how they handle breaking of fourth wall. It's one of the best I saw in the movies
it was good.
because
That part was
in
really
the first
good.
movie and second movie, just general, they're doing very good because usually when it does, it's kick you out of you in a movie. Yes, you're in this world, but fourth wall breaking fourth wall, it's become that universe. You become there. It's almost, I will say, to me, was not pushing me out, but opposite, pulling me in. I will become part of the show with that.
Yeah, that one it pulls you in for sure. And I think they can do that so well because they can play off of the culture of Marvel fans. This give and take between the fans and the Marvel and the fans and the Marvel and Disney and all of this stuff that happens, and we get news about a movie, and we're waiting for a movie, and Disney did this and we didn't like it, or Disney did this and it was awesome. And so that back and forth play,
But also was, if you watch
it
first,
worked really well.
yeah, if you watch first and second one, you notice that will do some jokes about like, hey, you cannot afford all X-Men here, or this kind of related to the
why
white
do we
box.
only see two of these
So,
guys?
Let's put, I think, because Disney bought it Fox now, you can imagine it's a double or triple those jokes. Plus, they have a lot of, I want, without spoil, but they have a lot of cameos that is, Amy was like, yay, kind of on some of them. I'll tell
Which
you.
one okay, what's that
There was,
yay about?
if I say it's spoiled, I
Okay.
won't tell. But it was, yeah, it was like, oh, there. Anyway, it was some characters.
I was very curious about one, and I was pleasantly surprised at why that had happened in the movie.
But it's general. I like it. I think they handle very well this movie. So personally, I would recommend to go watch.
All right, this is we see the villain in the trailer, so I'm not like spoiling it. But I'm like, it's Princess Diana from The Crown. If you ever watched that on Netflix.
I don't, but okay.
It's the actress that played Diana, and it was good.
Okay.
I really liked the villain. She was she was well done.
So general, it's good movie. Definitely worth to watch, at least in my opinion. But it's up to you. Um, so beside that, what we had? Do we have any other Marvel movies released this year?
I don't know.
Well, we had.
Marvel.
I know it's upcoming, but
See, they're forgettable.
well, I know the Pixar have it in and out, Inside Out 2, which is the best movie by the money making for them, for the Pixar.
Really?
Yeah, it's number one. It's number one movie who make most money for the Pixar,
That's interesting.
and it's number two. And actually, people like it, so we need to watch this. That one we did not watch, so we should go watch
We
this.
should go watch that. When
And-
we're done with this, let's go.
And I know it's a little bit out from the Marvel universe, but other movie, if we speak about this, the Fly Me to the Moon, I want to
Oh,
see.
I want to see that one.
If you're not familiar, Flying to the Moon
It has
from
Black Widow in
from
it.
trailers, I don't. Yeah, it's Black. There you go, Black Widow.
There you go.
From the trailers,
Scarlett Johansson.
it's apparently the program in the United States when they did moon landing, and in parallel they tried to film a fake one.
Did they really
just-
do that?
I don't know. We can look in the resources.
I don't think
but-
they didn't have the technology.
But what they try to do, they try to create fake, just in case if it's failed, they can replace with movie. I think it's just a fake story, fake creating, but it's look very interesting
Because
to me.
so many people have said they faked the moon landing, so I'm gonna look that up and see.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what real happened? They did fake. They went to the moon, pick up the ground, bring back, set up, so it's look authentic, and they fake after. So
nice theory.
yeah. But well, if you look and you realistically, actually, they cannot honestly land on the moon, because if they land on the moon, they will wake up Transformers there, who will come and conquer Earth. Transformers wasn't wake up till later, Emma, so it's meaning they did not land it.
Okay.
It was Transformers if you watch other ones.
Maybe they had a
But-
delay timer.
But other interesting things, if we go to Marvel now, I want to see, well, we know they're making new X-Men.
Mhm.
So I want to see how the Disney
Oh,
handle.
there's one cameo I want. Okay, I want to see the cameo.
For me,
Yes, I would like to see X-Men more. X-Men.
for me, I always, well, look here, look on this cover. So if you look on the cover on this, you can see you have an X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, all of this. Yes, they're all together kind of fighting if you look on the cover.
Is
but
this the comic one?
I don't know, but it's on the cover at least. What I was saying, to me, is always was interesting when they have any global kind of cataclysm, something going on there. Where's X-Men? Or where's this? Where's those guys? You know, it's constantly fighting one, two, like when Thanos first time.
Yeah, why
Coming.
did the X-Men help?
Yeah, X-Men can probably destroy this very easy. Or when X-Men does something, where's the Spider-Man, or where's, you know what I mean? Where's all
Yeah.
those guys? Well, Spider-Man, he's kid, he maybe not, but you have it Venom, you have it other things. Where's those guys? You know, all Hulk, all other things. So it is,
They didn't have the budget for it.
well, budget, or they're just writing stories. It's very hard to cross them, you know,
Yeah,
because
it's
if you
too
look
hard
at
to bring, it would get.
it's very hard when you have a lot of characters to put together and manage them. And of
But
course,
that's real life. When
yeah,
you have big, hard things happen, you've got hundreds of people.
well, it is. But in a movie, it's a little bit hard. Like, actually, first time when Avengers was, when Thanos first time come, you know, this first Avengers, then is was very nicely how they handle all the strong characters, because you always have a problem. The more you introduce those superheroes, yes, then you need it almost manage them. You need to.
They were able to do it because most of them had their own movie before.
Well, we kind of know, yeah, they don't need to spend time with them. They did very smart. They have those movie to create the characters, and after we put together, we already kind of know them,
Yeah.
and we know what to expect, the action, everything. But it still be, don't make mess. It's very hard to make no mess with the guys, with all of them.
This is what we're not seeing with some of the new characters. So we did see that with a little bit with the new Captain America, and I hope the movie pulls on that more. Origin stories. Origin stories are important, and so you have to give us movies that help us fall in love with particular characters, and it's okay to do it on Disney Plus, I think. But
well, the other thing, should we switch a little bit to
we
different
didn't
things?
make any of this food.
No, but other things I want to show you as we speak about this.
Marvel invented shawarma.
So I want to show it is that book.
We need to make this.
And this is actually an interesting book we want to try, because Marvel eats. So let's go look. I don't know how much you're in cooking, but I like it. And they have seafood, chicken.
Are you asking me how much I'm in cooking, or asking the
People,
audience?
how much? Audience.
We love food, and we love.
Hey, Rocky Raccoon.
But I feel like most of this food is.
Well,
why does Deadpool have chimichangas? It was Deadpool's chimichangas.
well, this is kind of normal street food, but the other interesting to me, who created this food? Do they take from comic books? Oh, this look good.
I don't know. That's why.
Maybe what we should do, maybe we should try to sometimes create, just
if you'd like us to make food in front of the camera
and try to eat and not die.
Well, that's easy. Then write it down below in the comments. He's a good cook. And I'm not half bad.
No.
But he's a really good cook.
Well, thank you.
And I like to bake.
Yes, Amy is good on baking. I'm good. Oh, man, this look good. Look on this. Jalapenos with something. Ooh, this. Yeah, this is a Loki stuff. You know, I wonder, I don't think we saw any of this in the
Disney. We haven't seen
nothing.
them in the movies.
Nope.
Where's the shawarma?
I don't know. Look on this. I don't know how they even come up with this. Okay, let's look if they have a shawarma. So right here, chicken, beef, shawarma will be Storm Thunder. No, I think they just named it almost, just created.
I
don't think it's related.
Said, hey, let's make a cookbook for people who like to cook and who are fans of Marvel. And
just
make
give it
money
names.
And put names on it.
So I think it's what happened.
Captain Marvel's MREs. Let's see, what is that? Captain Marvel's MREs.
You can switch.
Oh, sorry. This one?
Yep. There you go.
That is on page 78.
Well, it should be real MRE, but I don't think they do MRE. 78?
Yeah, this is it. Food, even a scroll.
Do they have picture? No.
Wait, they don't even have a picture? So we need 4 pounds of beef stew meat, salt, black pepper, vegetable oil, 10 potatoes, 5 carrots, 4 it's okay. I think we make a stew and we can it. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
It's canning a stew. That's.
But MRA, it's not that. You just need open. So, I don't know how
But
good this.
a stew is a super common thing to have in an MRE.
Well, yes, but
And how many of us have like seal bags or something like
we
that?
do.
And you have to do it in a pressure cooker. I guess you could sous vide the whole thing.
Well, we have it
That could
freeze
be
dry. You
interesting
can
to
use a
sous vide.
sous vide. Can be, yeah,
Sous vide
it can be interesting. Well, this is our next experiment, so we'll go with that one to do. I was thinking create some interesting foods based on this. I think we tried some, yes, from Star Trek. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you tried Star Trek in Disneyland.
I made gosh.
Um, so the other interesting things that apparently Deadpool did appear in California Adventure in Disneyland.
He did?
Yes, he was there a couple times. You actually can see he by Mickey Mouse wheel on his background, and he was an
How does
Avenger
he
camp.
act? How does he act in Disneyland?
Inappropriately.
Really?
He acting as this, and he actually was in Drawing Academy. If you can see, he sitting in Drawing Academy, and I wish we was there.
I want to
There
see
was,
that.
yeah, I don't know.
Man,
Well, we're
be
going in the end of August, and I don't know if he will. I don't think he will be there.
anymore.
So it's sadly
Was it Ryan
we miss.
Reynolds?
Unlikely, but who knows?
Who knows? I
Because
mean,
for
you
the
can't
promotion,
even tell.
well, they did it.
Or maybe it was his stunt guy.
But-
Sometimes I wonder, like, is Ryan Reynolds really behind the mask when they're doing all that?
Unlikely, just for the insurance. But
Well, not just the stunt things, but even the dancing or the.
yeah, but it possibly he could be there because you remember on the when they released new Haunting Mansion movie, actually those actors come to Disneyland and they were staying in a Haunting Mansion on top and wave, so they actually come visit, and it was part of the promotion. So some
For how
visitors, I don't know, for a couple 3 days maybe.
Okay.
But
so we
even
missed Deadpool
yeah,
at
we
Disneyland.
yeah. So it was same like we miss when Galaxy Guardians of Galaxy 3 was come out. Some merch, very limited, we miss, and I want that. And so it is kind of, you always need there.
We don't live in California.
It's good and bad, but
Yeah.
generally it is kind of fun about that. Okay, well, so should we be more with Marvel? This is our episode
We're back
about
to
Marvel.
Marvel. And eating food from Marvel. And
Well, we kind of diverse, and now back. Here's a question: what your first was with the Marvel? When, how did you meet with Marvel? For me, we did not have comic books in Russia. Well, we have comic strips, and well, just normal caricature, it's called. So you have some stuff, but comic books, it was capitalist propaganda.
So
they're
you're
not
talking
allowed.
about early Marvel.
Yeah, and well,
Not,
how your
not
introduction?
early Marvel. We're talking about like before movies.
Yeah, how you meet? Because my first introduction to the Mickey Mouse, the Donald Duck as this, it was, I don't know if you know, it was gum. It's like square gums, and when you open it, inside was like 4 or 5 small images, like small strip of Donald Duck.
I remember that.
So this is my first introduction to see
comic
as a comic books in a
comics
small, and we
on,
kind of
gum.
yeah, and we
American
collected.
gum?
No, I think it's from Europe or somewhere. I don't remember. But that was first. And after when I saw people, movies start coming, closer in '89 when it's everything start kind of more opening. So I saw some people watch comics, and I'm like, oh, that comic books, that is awesome. I want it. So I have some comic books about it.
But not
So
in the Soviet Union.
No, when I got here.
When you got here.
In Soviet Union, it was super expensive if you can find even them.
So my experience was they were the boring Saturday morning cartoons. I was young. By the time I got old enough to like them, I was too old to want to wake up that early to watch Saturday morning cartoons.
So which one it
So
was?
I wanted to sleep
X-Men
in.
or you remember?
I don't remember X-Men. I mostly remember Justice League, but I think there was some Spider-Man.
Batman?
I watched a Spider-Man. Yeah, it was Justice League, and it was Aquaman and Batman and
It's
Superman
DC.
and Wonder Woman. I know. The Hulk is is Marvel,
Hulk.
right?
Yeah, and the Hulk
The
TV
Bruce
show.
Banner, yeah, the Hulk TV show from the 80s, 70s, probably. I remember that.
And
But I remember, and when he's getting angry, and every week there's a new little story where something happens. I just don't remember the stories very much. That would be interesting to watch. That
rewatch
would be
old one.
very. And I wonder if that actor did a cameo.
He did
I think
cameo,
the
yes.
Hulk one did the
Well,
cameo.
Hulk, he did a cameo on the
That actor's
one, and in a moment.
and the Bruce Banner.
Yes, it's when he come to the university, access the computer, and he was security guy sitting there, and he brought pizza to him. So he give pizza, and he brought a couple of pizza, and he says, one, you can keep it. And he actually have the conversation, and he says, like, yeah, go get it, kind of. So encouraging things. So yeah, he was there. But also, the actor itself, he actually like Fenix.
Which actor?
The original Hulk.
All right, the Hulk. There's the Bruce Banner actor and the one that played the Hulk.
Bruce Banner. The
one
actor
that
who played Hulk,
the
yes.
the big green guy.
I
like him. He's a really.
He like actually Fenix and Salt Lake, so he's
Fenix.
coming every time.
Oh, is he coming this time?
I don't know when you check, but he's one I think from beginning he like it and come there. So
that's because you get Sundays off. You don't have to be there on Sundays.
Yeah, exactly. And you can go, but
and you can hang around and not have to work.
Yeah, he actually, he's good, interesting person, and so that one person,
I
Hulk
remember that
was,
fondly. I
really
liked the Hulk, and I bunched that up in my head with Wonder Woman and the $1 Million Man and the $6 Million Man.
So cheap now.
And
now your CT scan will cost about the same.
And yeah, I kind of bunched those up together, but I liked the Hulk growing up. That was my first. I did not read comic books. Now, I had no brothers, so I might have read them. If I'd had brothers, I might have, but my dad didn't read them. My mom didn't. Yeah. So.
To me,
I thought comic books were silly. I'm sorry, but.
Well, for some people they are. For some people
silly?
It's not. Yeah. So it's.
No, I even though it's hard for me to get into comic books right now, just because of the way that I absorb story, I recognize it as a unique and incredible art form that I kind of wish I'd been more I'd seen better when I was younger.
They do have a very beautiful art, and some of the artists involved.
Not just artists. I mean, how do you tell a story in comic book form?
But also, from visual, you can process much faster information to give it to people visually than in a writing words. And you can deliver, if they work properly together, writer and illustrator, then you can have it deliver more precisely what person see in the head without.
Yeah.
And it's having this kind of theme. And
Stanley was an illustrator.
Yeah, he did the Spider-Man.
Okay, I just wondered, I know what he did, but I wondered what his role was. The writer, the illustrator, both.
Both. So in some cases.
And Jack Kirby.
But if you look, some illustration visually, it's quite a bit. And like Miles Morales animations, the first time when they're showing, remember when it first come out, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
And it was in comic book style and it done.
Did they follow, does he have a particular style in his comic books?
Yes, so they do, yes. And if you, it was kind of interesting because when I was in Adobe Max one time, it's before the release first, and I was director and other ones, and it was kind of speaking and presenting there, so it was kind of very interesting to see the point of view.
Miles Morales. I know, guys. I can use the thing.
It's okay.
He's on there. He's on the cover of the book.
So, we have it Marvels. So next interesting question is will be about DC. Okay, and I know many people kind of they kind of almost fighting. For me, it's not. For me, it's just a more universe, different universe to explore
The reason why they are fighting is because they are literally rival
on the market. Yeah,
comic book creators.
but um, somebody said very interesting. They said that DC have it one of the best villains, and Marvel have one of the best heroes. I don't know if you agree or not with this, but if you look, the DC is much darker, and the villains develop way better than heroes, because like a Joker, look another. Even on movies that are releasing, which one was better doing? The movies about the villains, the Suicide Squad, the Harley Quinn, the what's the other ones was? Do we lost connection here?
Where's my phone?
Right here.
Oh.
Okay, I need to go check, see if it is. Nope, it's still going. Okay. So the who else was? Yeah,
Oh,
we just
okay. All right. We're not all the way
we
up
just
to date.
checking if it's still because it's pop up and says, "Hey, you have some trouble, probably speed maybe
Yeah.
or something." But generally, you have it good, actually, evil. Or when the Gotham TV show was very nice done, darker. Even if you look on the Batman, Batman he's not hero. He actually anti-hero in something because he using physical force, he punishing, he hurt people and all this. So it's in some ways the only person who's supposed to not hurt other ones in Office for Life. It was Superman, who never killed anyone. Actually, he did kill even in comic books. He did some stuff, but if you look on the latest, they try to convert him to the actually
Usually when
violent.
someone died when he was fighting them, it's because they refused. They
Help.
did something. They refused help or didn't do.
So, and that is what happened with if you look on the DC on comics, um, the generally darker. I don't know what else was
The
Aqua.
difficulty was Superman. There's Aquaman. He's good.
The
And there's
Aquaman.
Wonder Woman. And I liked Wonder Woman, but the second one.
Second movie, yeah, the first one was better, and second they did flopped a little bit on that. Well, in reason because they says, hey, let's go back to from what we did, and go back. It's mean her armor even change. I don't know if you look on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
They directing and everything was done a little bit worse.
The hard thing with their movies, at least, is that they didn't. So they struggle, and then who was it? Superman came in and just saved them all anyway, and so nothing they did really mattered.
It was in a Justice League.
Justice League,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that one actually was almost
Like,
all
wow.
movie was for nothing.
Yeah.
Because yeah, they try, they fight, they everything, and
And
here's
then
a super. And
and
he even
nothing
come.
they did really helped him.
No,
He came
and
in.
he just resurrected from death. I mean, it was. I yeah, that was kind of destroyed. Same like with Aquaman. In Aquaman, for example, and I don't know why they do this. They actually they did. Well, they did hire now director who used to do Galaxy, Guardians of Galaxy. It's same director who did Suicide Squad, latest one, which I like it.
And he
So,
did
and
Aquaman.
no, and he doing other ones. But what I was going towards, but other people who did like Aquaman, for example, they did mess up with stuff because they put it three storylines inside one movie, which can be literally you can make three nice movies. Just take one of the storyline, don't mash them together.
Yeah.
So and it's become messy, a bad story about this. I think they need look for the better directors. But so is a Marvel, so is a
Writers.
Disney, yeah.
That's such a hard thing
But
to figure out.
but it is personal preference. Like Eternals, I don't like it. Eternals, yeah. But
They
I know
never made another
I
movie.
know people who love it. They think
Did
it's.
we see them anywhere else?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
I think they tried to build something up, and the movie was so
Well, what's happening? They try to do the Avengers when they kind of battle without showing us each character developing. So they jump us directly in a clash of multi characters, everyone together, and we have the same problem. We don't know the characters, and they
Yeah.
change actually characters from the originals quite a bit. So the characters is different. And problem is if you change from the comics, in comics they develop, they grow, they actually writer or artist work on them for many years to
Hmm.
develop character. And when you take this character and totally change him from good to bad or other things, now you start from zero and all of this story behind him and everything already different.
And the people who, and I don't know, the people who like the comic book are not going to be your natural fan base anymore because you've upset them.
Yeah. Well, in a Marvel, they did a little bit different. They have a Marvel Cinematic Universe and Marvel Comic Universe.
Hmm.
So, and it makes sense because you actually do not compare like Ego, the father of the
Peter
Guardians, Peter
Quill,
Quill. Yeah,
Star Lord.
in a comic he wasn't. In the comic it's totally different, and that was Ego was real planet who was doing bad stuff. But and they changed in cinematic. By the way, you kind of mentioned about where's the Deadpool originally. We can go circle around, go back to Deadpool.
Yeah.
Ronald, you remember? You says,
Oh. So, and most of you probably know this if you're watching this video. So, Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool in the that first, which one? Which X-Men was it? Anyway, he played the Deadpool character, and where they had zipped his mouth shut and like inexplicably, we didn't know why, right? And people were disappointed with Deadpool, and it was Ryan Reynolds that played the Deadpool, and he was as disappointed or more disappointed than anybody else, and that is why we had a Deadpool movie. Ryan Reynolds is like responsible for the Deadpool movies even coming to the screen. He
so
was,
how he responsible? Did he produce? What he did?
he produces them, and he also was willing to give up a big paycheck so he could pay writers to be there on the set and helping out with it in the first Deadpool movie when nobody really believed in the movie that it could be good. They didn't have quite as good of a budget, and he wanted to make sure there was a good budget. And he
The,
was passionate, very passionate about that project, just like Channing Tatum and Gambit, but that one didn't work. But Deadpool, it worked.
yeah. So it's a Green Lantern doesn't work. But anyway,
Not everything does work.
but if you remember second movie,
Deadpool,
ending Deadpool 2, and it's because it's already out, and if you did not
from
see, it's your own fault, okay? But remember, Ron, he does not like it because he shot himself after Deadpool in the end. You remember after credits
uh-huh. He
when he take the script and says Green Lantern, and
oh
after Deadpool go and shot him in the head himself.
oh
I don't know, but yeah, if
I
you watch,
remember that.
yeah, it was after credits, so that he actually make fun over
Oh, I
himself.
didn't watch that. The
Oh, okay.
credits, yeah.
Yeah, it's
What
in
was
a
he?
second.
Was Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern also?
Yes, that's why he was joking.
Oh, okay.
But many people don't know this because they erase from the memories. Just don't want to know. But I like that movie actually. It's okay. It's not bad. I like
Yeah,
the movie.
just
But so yeah, the how he created it's very interesting. The also director of first the Deadpool. He is actually one of his first movies he does because he is a big fan of Deadpool. He have a huge collection of the
that
comics and
makes a lot
everything,
of sense
and he
because
know a lot.
Ryan was probably looking for someone who was passionate about
Who
Deadpool.
know fan, yeah. And he run like ad agency, and they did some other stuff.
But it's because he was portrayed so badly in the X-Men movie, Deadpool.
Yeah, now I need to go watch this. I don't remember. Now I need to go find and watch that X-Men movies. Actually, yeah, it will be interesting to rewatch. I want to see what they will do with new X-Men Disney because I do like Patrick Stewart as Excalibur. So
Well, I don't know that we're getting Patrick Stewart
well, of
ever
course we
again.
don't. No,
I
just only
think he's
maybe in CG,
retired.
maybe in CG form only.
We might,
But I like him as
but he's
this.
still alive.
Yeah, I wonder who else will be there if he would. Won't
Well,
be.
there was that young guy in the reboot.
Yeah, we'll see.
That didn't
But
do
it's
very
hard
well.
because my problem is I like Patrick Stewart as actor and I like him
Oh,
there,
he's
and
wow.
of course the Picard, Star Trek, all this stuff. So he is good actor, and now it's try to find him in this. It's will be harder to replace. But it's always you can find somebody else. Same like Wolverine, he's an older guy, and
Hmm.
he back to play.
Who could play? Yeah, but do you think he's gonna play Wolverine more?
I almost said spoiler, but I won't say.
Okay.
We
He
need to,
thinks
yeah, we need to stop on that, or go watch
he's
this movie so
old.
we can speak about
He
this.
like okay. So we found this out about on a Hot Ones video. He like announced his retirement, and then he found out a few days later that this was in the works.
Oh yeah,
And he was like,
watch,
"Oh man!"
go watch the Hot Ones. It is Hot Wing Challenge, and I have it one new ones with
It's
the
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
yeah together eating hot wings, and they don't hold the heat very well at all. So it's kind of very funny ones. I don't know why people punish themselves, but it is funny to watch.
Well, they have to do the junket, and
Exactly,
now Hot
exactly.
Ones is part of that.
It is.
Go destroy your palate, guys.
There you go.
Um,
So it is interesting
yeah,
to
I
watch.
wonder. And
Well, okay,
that's
we
interesting.
have it a lot of.
I'm trying to think now who could possibly take Patrick Stewart's place.
Well,
Channing Tatum. No,
I don't know,
no,
right?
no, no, no,
Somebody
no.
bold or somebody who can be bold because the bold Xavier's the
English.
professor.
Yeah, Professor Xavier is
But
bald.
it's not necessarily can be English. You can put it some other ones.
Yeah,
So
but he has to have an English accent. But people can do the English accent.
yeah, I can do English accent. I know.
Oh, we want a real person acting.
So
I can't think
anyway,
of
if you have
anyone
any
right now.
ideas, let us know. If you
Yeah,
think, hey,
who
these
would
who can be
who
good.
could step in for Patrick Stewart?
So the other actors, okay, they also, if I'm right, they're working on Fantastic Four as well
Hmm.
movie.
Who
So
do we know who's playing all
I
of
don't know.
this?
I need to look up on that. But Fantastic Four, X-Men, and
This
of
will
course,
be their third attempt
you know,
with different actors, right?
yeah. But before it was Fox, and now it's Disney. So I don't know if Disney will do better or worse because the latest movies from Disney.
But this was Disney.
Yes, so we'll see. We'll see who will do this. If they pull up or if they come up with better or not. So we'll see. Because I say, some people like it. Personally, I think not. Like for me, a remake animations to the exact copy of 3D. Live actions. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think you can do much better by not repeating story but creating. For example, I'm looking forward to Mufasa, the Lion King story, and it is live
Is
action.
that live action?
Yes,
Did they train those lions to do all that stuff?
the cubs. They start from the cubs. They train little teeny cubs, crocodiles, and everything. So, yeah, they have a huge zone in the Africa dedicated to this. No, seriously. Anyway, but what it's all CG, just let you know. So don't worry, no animals was hurt. But what's happening? I like to see this one, or for example, Maleficent was excellent because it wasn't repeating of the story. It's tell from total different perspective.
Yeah.
Because you see the evil queen and you think she evil, but if they're showing from different side, it was total different, and it makes sense. And
They could have done that with the stepmother.
they can do with anything. You know what I mean? It just
Complicate the story.
don't repeat the story. Don't repeat the story. Showing from different perspective. Expand or a prequel. Who is the Mufasa was like in this? Who is the Mufasa? Who is this? What's happened there?
And also respect the story and respect where it came from.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about Snow White.
what you mentioned. But it is, you need respect the story and learn the history. I think this is
Yeah,
important.
how did it
Because,
get there?
well, you mentioned Snow White, but to me, it's like it took them decades of
Why?
creating this story. Original Walt Disney,
I know.
decades, and
And
after it just. But anyway,
I
well,
think they could
this
have
is will
done
be.
better if they'd educated their actors and their creators about what Snow White was and where it came from.
You know what?
And
I think we should have a live chat, live stream of mess ups and literally say what's horrible things. I know we should not do that.
what horrible things
Well,
where
like
are
just
horrible
general,
things?
like they mess up with
hey,
this movie, they mess up with this. Why? And just
oh,
go critics because it is sometimes you're watching and you want to you face palm about, but many times it is personal because I know people who like it.
yeah,
You have people who like this and they like for one or another reason, and sometimes they maybe like because they feel pressure from social things to like that movie
right.
because oh, it is
I
politically
think what
incorrect not to
happens
like
is
it.
like the worst thing that can happen to a movie is that it just gets forgotten.
And it's what happened if you look on the movies, you ask and says, hey, do you know was a live action Cinderella remake? People like, what?
What?
Apparently it was okay, but it's
Was that the
gone.
thing that they only streamed or something
No.
like that?
It's,
So
it's,
they had
it's,
another one.
it's done. Yeah, they did, and it's gone. I mean, and a bunch of other ones, same. They're doing, and it's gone. And if I tell people, hey, did you watch the Jungle Book live? Like, what? They did Jungle Book live one?
Oh, that one was pretty good.
But it's forgettable because it's
And
repeating
it's
of
very,
this story.
Yeah, because it's the same story.
Same story.
They're
If
repeating
they,
it.
what if they done before? How the Mowgli become Mowgli? How he get there? Okay, his family. What's happened there? Or they do after? What's happened when he grew up? Just prequel or other ones.
Yeah.
Just expand the story, or make a story from different point of view, from Baloo or some other ones. Same. Just make it this, and it's
Complicated.
yeah, will be more interesting. Go in the depth. Don't just
Yeah.
go. Don't skid over water.
Yeah, like Ender's Shadow.
Well,
There's Ender's Game and Ender's Shadow.
Yeah, I know.
It's the same story from Bean's point of view. It's
Different.
really
Yeah.
good.
Well, I know some people who think it's going over same story over and over. But it is, you're right, and it's actually different because Orson Scott was much older when he wrote this. So, and it's a different perspective from even him was.
And Bean had another story about how he got to Battle School. So, if you've read Ender's Game, or watched it, I guess it's a movie too.
So we almost come to the end. The one thing I want to tell you: next week we won't be streaming here. Next week we're going to Lagoon and we're live streaming from Lagoon.
We are gonna try this, guys. We might have technical difficulties.
No, we know how to do this, and it's probably iPhone. Well, we did the stream before.
Yeah, you're right. This is true.
We're already done. It won't be like cameras and other things, kind of like a
It'll
setup.
Be just
but
like our phone, I think.
Yep.
Right?
It will be phone and on a gimbal,
and we'll be
just
walking around Lagoon.
And you can go watch. So it will be live from Lagoon in hopefully not 100 degrees.
Is your phone waterproof?
Yes, but gimbal is not. But we can hold it in the hand if you need like this.
Oh, I know where a little plastic thing is you can put over it.
Gimbal? Oh, you want to go in the water?
Whole thing.
We'll see how many people will be in that.
In the rattlesnake rapid.
But because if we do it at 5 o'clock, there will be a lot of people there.
Oh, there will be a ton of people.
So, and we'll doing probably from 5 till 6. Well, actually, people start leaving. We'll see what's happening.
Yeah, there will be too many people. Yeah, we'd just be standing in line for the light.
Exactly.
Unless we plan it so that it starts right before we go.
We'll see what's happening. But anyway.
So we don't know what we're going to do, but we will be at Lagoon.
Next week we'll be trying live stream from Lagoon. We'll see what's happening. And you know what? Even jump ahead into August. We're planning to go. We're already planning going in the end of the August to the Disneyland. Mm-hmm. So we'll probably try to live stream from Disneyland
goal really
as well.
Is to live stream
every Saturday.
Every Saturday, no matter what we're doing.
Or where.
Maybe one time we'll be in the airport.
Who knows?
Maybe
We'll figure out.
maybe we'll be at Disneyland.
Well, thank you for watching.
Hit like and subscribe and notifications so you know when we have these live streams.
And bring more friends. Please share. Share the video with
Thank
friends
you for
and
watching.
bring
And
them.
we're just excited to show you all these things.